Welcome to 5 Minute Chapters, the podcast where we summarize important writings on education and learning. I'm your host, Daniel Bowe, and in today's episode, we'll be discussing how to implement the technique of teaching classroom procedures from Chapter 15 of Harry Wong's Implementation Guide for the First Days of School. Classroom procedures are the backbone of an effective learning environment, and in this chapter, Wong emphasizes the importance of establishing procedures to create a smooth-running classroom. Let's dive in and explore how teachers can successfully implement these procedures. To begin, it's crucial to understand that effective teachers teach students how to follow procedures responsibly, whereas ineffective teachers often resort to controlling tactics in order to coerce compliance. The success of students at the end of the school year is closely tied to the degree to which teachers establish classroom procedures right from the start. It's not just about stopping misbehavior, it's about preventing problems through well-established routines. So what exactly are procedures? Procedures are methods or processes for getting things done in the classroom. They differ from rules, which dictate how students should behave. Procedures, on the other hand, determine how things are done. Unlike rules, procedures have no penalties or rewards. They are the invisible threads that weave a harmonious classroom tapestry. The classrooms of effective teachers exemplify the 3 C's: coherency, continuity, and consistency. Coherency refers to the logical connection between procedures and the overall learning environment. Continuity ensures that procedures flow seamlessly from one activity to another, and consistency means implementing procedures consistently day in and day out. Now, let's talk about how to implement these procedures in your classroom. Wong provides a 3-step process: teach, rehearse, and reinforce. Step 1. Teach. Begin by planning and structuring procedures for every activity in your classroom. Think about what students should do at the start of the period or day, how to quiet a class, how students can seek help, how papers should be moved, and how students should be dismissed at the end of the period or day. Clearly explain each procedure, breaking it down into small, manageable steps. Step 2. Rehearse. Practice makes perfect, and this applies to classroom procedures as well. Rehearse the procedures with your students so that they become class routines. Take the time to demonstrate each step, allowing students to actively participate and practice the procedures themselves. This repetition will help them internalize the routines and perform them automatically. Step 3. Reinforce. Consistently remind your class of the established procedures and ensure they experience the procedures again and again. Offer gentle reminders when necessary and praise students for following the procedures correctly. By reinforcing the procedures, you maintain their importance and relevance throughout the school year. If any issues arise, take the time to reteach the procedures to ensure everyone is on the same page. Remember, implementing procedures isn't a one-time task. It requires ongoing effort and attention, but the benefits are worth it. Well-implemented classroom procedures create a calm and structured learning environment, leading to improved student engagement, better time management, and increased productivity. That wraps up our discussion on implementing classroom procedures from Harry Wong's Implementation Guide for the First Days of School. By following the teach, rehearse, and reinforce approach, you can establish a cohesive and effective classroom environment where learning thrives. If you'd like to explore this topic further, be sure to check out the additional resources mentioned in the book, such as implementing procedures at home and strategies for teaching procedures at any point during the school year. Thank you for joining me on this episode of 5-Minute Chapters. Join us next time as we tackle the next chapter of Harry Wong's Implementation Guide to School. I'm your host, Daniel Bowe. Remember, even teachers need Cliff's Notes sometimes.